Okay, let us continue then, right? I said we are going to look at past papers in these videos, right? But let us do a very quick, simple revision before we do the past papers, okay? Now, let's see here. We have firm A, firm B, household, and foreign firms, right? 嗱，記住啦, step number one, let us identify which of them are the RPUs, right? Now, obviously, firm A will be our RPU. By the way, that would be page 10 of your notes. Page 10 of your notes. OK， 好嘛，好啦，嗱 RPU， 嗱 let's assume it starts with 0， 係咪？由0蚊開始啦。Now, what about firm B? Also RPU. Household, by definition, we know this is not an RPU. What about foreign firm? 你阿 Sir firm 咪production 咯，係咪？ No, 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 no. Since this is a foreign firm, this is not an RPU. Okay, so the values we're not going to calculate. Okay, 好吧? So let's see the value added of firm A, output $10 minus input $0. That would be $10. What about firm B? Firm B here, output $40 minus $10 input. That would be 30. 嗱，我哋唔好理啦，我哋照計啦，好嘛 ？Foreign firm 45 output minus 40 input. That would be $5. And value added of household. No, there is no value added, right? Everything is input, no output. Okay, 好嘛 So the GDP value would just be firm A and firm B. So we know that would be $40 contribution to the GDP. Okay, now don't worry, we are coming back to this example after we are done with expenditure approach. OK， 好嘛，好啦，咁睇 past paper 啦，好嘛，睇 past paper。Here, you see, this is 2009, okay, almost the end of CE questions, right? 我哋睇下啦。Now, the following diagram shows a production chain of computers in an economy. It involves import of 5,000. 所以點解我哋頭先話啦，我 assume 係0開始 because sometimes you do not start with 0. Sometimes here you start with a 5,000. Okay, 好嘛？嗱 what is the contribution of the above chain? At factor cost 嗱，首先of the above chain of production, right? Therefore, we need to find all the RPUs, right? 大家記住喎。Now we also look at factor cost, okay? 嗱，所以我哋應該要做啲手腳嘅 okay? So let's identify the RPUs here, okay? Local manufacturer RPU, definitely, right? Computer retailer RPU. These two are the RPU. Consumer, by definition, they consume, they do not produce, right? So let's calculate their value added. Here, we have what at 10K minus 5K. So 5K. Here, 13K minus 10K, 3K. So we can see that the contribution is 8K. But wait a minute, 我哋慢少少啊。我哋望一望呢句説話。It says that indirect business tax inclusive 咩叫 inclusive 咧？即係包咗佢 ，OK？ If you include the tax, what does that mean? This is market price. 咪呢三個咪 market price 咯。Therefore, we know that GDP at market price is 8K. That is not the end. If you remember several videos ago, I mentioned, right? Market price 唔使背㗎，攞 logic 諗得㗎啦。Factor cost, indirect tax 會令啲嘢貴咗定平咗啊？ It's going to make it more expensive, right? So you add indirect tax minus subsidy, in which we do not have subsidy in this case. We know market price is 8K. We know indirect tax is 2K. Therefore, factor cost is 6K. This is the answer we want. A. OK， 哦，原來就係咁做嘅咋。OK，no need to overthink. No need to overthink. OK， now the same for the next questions, right? We show a production chain of garments 係咪？今次製衣啦，係咪？It also indicates the selling price of output. OK，selling price 係咩意思啊？ This is market price. OK。Imported material, we start with 6,000. Remember step number 1, look for RPUs, okay? Local manufacturer, RPU. Local retailer, RPU. Garment trading company, RPU, right? Consumer, none of our business. Foreign importer, none of our business, okay? 好啦，所以我哋揾下啦。Here, the value added, 10K plus 8K minus 6K, 12K. Retailer, 12K minus 8K will be 4K. And here, 15K minus 10K, 5K. So, GDP at market price will be 12K plus 5K plus 4K, which should be, I think it's 21K, right? 係啦，我哋有21,000啦，係嘛？ But remember the question asks for factor cost. So by the virtue of market price equals to factor cost plus indirect tax minus subsidy. Again, let's look for yes, this time we do not see from this chain, but we see from the question there is a 1,000 subsidy. Okay, 原來有1000蚊 subsidy 啊。Now therefore, this is 1,000. Market price 21K. Okay, this is 1K. Therefore, we know that factor cost should be 22K. Okay, B is the answer that we want. Okay, 係咁做嘅啫，唔好諗太複雜。Okay, you see, right? One by one is quite easy, but when things add up together, it can be quite complicated. Okay, 好嘛，好，下一版啦。Page 12. Finally, we are into DSE questions, okay? 好嘛，好啦，望下啦。The following diagram shows a production chain of a good in economy X, okay? 我哋喺 economy X 啦。We need to calculate GDP at market price 嗱，今次係 market price 啊 ，OK？ 好嘛，佢講明係 market price 啦。Which means there is no need to do anything funny unless they exclude the sales tax or something. OK， 好嘛，係成個 economy X 啦。OK， 好，望啦。OK， step number 1, finding RPU. RPU. Here, wholesaler, RPU. Retailer, RPU. Export to China, none of our business. Consumer, none of our business. Australia, none of our business. Thailand, also none of our business. So all we need to do is to calculate. Here, we have 380 minus 150, 230, right? Retailer, the value added would be 250 minus 180, which would be 70, right? And finally, this retailer, 400 minus 150, 250, 150. 你阿 Sir， 使唔使處理個 sales tax 啊？ Remember, it is inclusive, which means market price is 4,000. 呢個係 market price, okay? Market price 4,000. No need to do anything funny. So we just add up all of these together. That should give us the answer of 450. Right? 好嘛？好，跟住下一條啦。Now this one, for those of you who have been here during our lesson, you remember this is a tricky question. 唔該你睇清楚題目啦，佢講明係 contribution of the local watch manufacturer， 佢淨係問緊你一個人嘅 market price， GDP 係 market price，OK？ 嗱，唔該你唔好懶醒啦 ，only look at this guy，OK？ So this will be 270 minus 50. Answer will be 220. Okay, now, but for the sake of learning, let's also do the economy's contribution. Okay, 我哋望下，記住啦 economy always look for RPU. This is our RPU. Foreign consumer, none of our business. Imported material, none of our business. Local material, starting with 0 RPU. Local 啊，係咪啊？ Local watch retailer, RPU. Consumer, none of our business. For the whole economy, the contribution here, 20 minus 0, 20. Here, we already established 220, right? 跟住啦 local watch retailer, 280 minus 120, 160, right? 使唔使處理 tax 啊 inclusive? So it means this is market price. And the question asks for market price. Okay, so to the whole economy, their GDP contribution would be 20 plus 220 plus 160, 400. So I think you can imagine how many people answer D in that year, right? 係咪？應該大家諗到啦。Okay, 好嘛？ So the final page. Here, now this question, we cannot fully answer this question yet. 我哋咧未答得晒呢一條題目啊，好嘛？好，嗱 let's see. The following diagram shows the production chain of toys in A. Import, okay? Import 嗱記住啦，窒機添。喂 ，hi， 窒完啦。Import, therefore we start a raw material, not RAM material, okay? We start with 30K here, okay? Now, let's do value added approach first. 我哋未學 expenditure, 我哋先做 value added 先 okay? Now, part B, the value added approach at market price, okay? Remember, all of these are market price. So, we just need to deal with the RPU. Who are the RPUs? Local toy factories. RPU, local, right? Local wholesaler, RPU, okay? And here, consumer, none of our business. Foreign, none of our business. Therefore, how do we calculate value added approach? We calculate the value added of this guy and this guy. Let's see how that. First guy, 65K minus 30K. First guy. Second guy, 60K plus 50K minus 65K. Sir, 使唔使理呢個 sales tax 啊 ？Okay, remember inclusive. Therefore, this is market price. Now, therefore, the answer here we have 35K plus this should be 45K, right? 係咪啊？ Yes, 45K. Answer will be 80K contribution to GDP. Okay, and that will be the production approach. 但等多陣啊，好似有一條我仲想同大家睇埋嘅，我揾下先，睇揾唔揾到啊。Let me pause the video. Doesn't matter. I can't find it, right? Anyway, right? That would conclude our discussion on the value added approach. So for the next two videos, we are going to look at the expenditure approach, both definition, the theories, and the past paper questions. Okay, until then, I will see you in the next video. Probably I will shoot it next day. Okay, today I'm a little bit tired, right? So you may need to wait for a little bit. Okay, see you very soon then. Bye bye.